Oh my goodness. I'm back, son. I'm back, son. Again, so some of you know I was just on a second ago talking about the Floyd Mayweather fight that I literally tripped over my dick and landed on, dude. Okay. First of all, let me just, since I know people are going to watch this later, since it's the middle of the night, let me just say this. Did you know Floyd Mayweather was fighting tonight? Me neither. Me neither. I had no idea. And when I saw that he was fighting in Ryzen, I thought about what everyone else would think about, which is the last time he fought in Ryzen, which was that weird exhibition against the blonde-haired Japanese kid. And the kid did some weird fish flop thing. Whoa, my gosh, Floyd Mayweather is so good. I just got knocked out by a phantom punch. So to say that I went into this with low expectations would be the understatement of the century. However, when I saw that it was like right before the actual main event, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to stay up, dude. Like, I'm going to obviously stay up and watch this. And I did. And it was such a sick fight. That was literally the most exciting boxing match I've watched in. I mean, that maybe, like I always say, happiness equals your reality minus your expectations. Maybe it's because my expectations were so low. But in the first round I was watching, I was like, oh, this dude is literally trying to kill Floyd Mayweather. Like there's that guy is trying to kill Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd got mad. And so Floyd started fighting back hard. I've never seen Floyd try to knock someone out like that. He knocked him out in the second round. Like that was definitely not a work. I mean, look, that if I am not entertaining a conspiracy, what does that tell you, dude? There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Those guys went super hard. Bottom line is Floyd Mayweather is still so good, dude. He's so good. Like I couldn't believe that, dude. No joke, when I saw how hard this guy was going in the first round, I was like, oh my God, Floyd's going to lose this fight. Like that's why it was so exciting, is because I'm like, this dude's young. And as soon as I could tell in the first 20 seconds that this guy was for real and he was definitely 100% trying to win this fight and trying to win by knockout, I was watching, I was like, dude, Floyd's 44 years old. All I was thinking the whole time, 45, whatever, the whole time I was thinking, I was like, dude, is he even trained for this fight? Like as it was like building up. And so when that guy started rolling hard at him, I was like, dude, this guy's going to knock him out. And he started, and then you saw Floyd have to kick into like high octane defense because this guy was just coming at him so hard. Floyd got caught with a heavy body shot in the first round. Then he hit the other guy back with one and was like, dude, that fight was so sick. I showed everybody the knockout in my last one. That's why I had to take that down, because I forgot you can't really do that or whatever. But yeah, like Floyd hit him with a couple shots, and but the other guy clipped Floyd right before that. And I actually texted my friends. I texted them, Floyd's going to get slept because he started getting touched, or like it looked like he was about to, he got hit. And then literally like 15 seconds later, Floyd knocked him out. And the angle on the shot that he knocked him out with looked kind of weird. Like it was like, because he was like behind him, so you couldn't really see. But then when they showed the replay, he fucking nuked him with that shot, dude. He fucking nuked him with that shot. I cannot fucking believe how good Floyd still is, dude. I can't believe he's still that good. And, I'm not trying to, I am definitely 100% not saying that Floyd beats, the absolute top tier guys that are 140 pounds or whatever. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that he's still got it. He's still vicious. And for whatever reason, he fought that fight completely differently than he normally does, dude. Like, he just doesn't normally fight like that. He was trying to knock him out the whole time. Shit was so sick. That was so sick. So hopefully dude, a fight against Nate, I like that fight, man. Floyd is 50 times faster than Nate. I mean, straight up. Like this version of Floyd where he was going full speed, like where you could see like, oh, this is what, like, that's what I'm saying. That's what was so exciting about this fight is like, you're like, let's see what Floyd really has. Like, and you got to see it. You're like, oh, damn, he is still vicious, man. And then that was a grazing blow. The fight that he got hit with, or I'm sorry, the shot that he got knocked out with. Okay. So you haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen the angle where you can actually see it because that is not a grazing blow. He gets fucking nuked right around here. But like Nate's reach, Nate will be able to, I mean, Floyd, I mean, speed is one thing, but I mean, Nate and Floyd are nowhere near the same size. They're nowhere near the same size. I would bet that Nate is closer to Logan Paul's size than he is to Floyd Mayweather's size. But Jesus, oh my God, the speed advantages, it would be crazy. I can't see, dude, after watching that, I can't see a world where Nate beats him, dude. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to say there's absolutely no fucking way in a million years Nate beats him. That's my official take on that. Nate is not beating Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. That's just not going to happen. He's not going to hit him, dude. He's just like, he's not going to be able to hit him. Now, if they do MMA gloves and Floyd, and he could do that long thing to where like, he could just pitter pat him and I mean, maybe, I guess. But Floyd is so fucking good, dude. That was, I can't believe how good he looked, man. All I want to see, I just want to see really ridiculous high skill boxers box in MMA gloves. Is that so much to fucking ask, dude? Like, is that so much to ask? Like, I get it, oh, we got BKFC. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. But like, who's boxing in BKFC? Give me Terrence Crawford with fucking MMA gloves. Give me Floyd Mayweather in MMA gloves. Give me Canelo in MMA gloves. Can you imagine the numbers that fight would do if Canelo boxed someone in MMA gloves? Do people understand the numbers that would do? It would be, it would shatter every record, dude. Deontay and Tyson Fury in MMA gloves. Give it to me, dude. Fucking give it to me. And what's hilarious is at some point, someone's going to do it. Like, someone's going to do it. I've said this so many fucking times. And now I'm realizing, like, dude, you have no idea the conversations that I have now. Like, people that hit me up where I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, this fucking guy watches my shit. I love this motherfucker, dude. I'm a fan of all these motherfuckers. Someone who knows someone is going to just be like, why don't we do that? And someone's going to do it. And it's going to make so much fucking money that then they're going to do it. They're just going to do it. Because what are we doing here? Like, what's this business? Right? Especially boxing, dude. There's no organization to it, dude. They're just putting on fucking one-off events all the time. So it's like when fucking Avatar came out and they're all Avatar 3D and it made $1.9 billion. And then every movie after that, they're all, oh my God, we got to do the 3D shit. Okay, well, you're not going to be able to do another Avatar, are you, dude? Because you only get the first one once. So if someone smart is listening, someone needs to just take the plunge, make the most obvious decision of fucking all time, and get 2 stars that are boxers to box in MMA gloves, and then send me a check for fucking whatever you think it's worth for me telling you the most obvious idea in the history of fucking combat sports. Jesse, what are your thoughts on crossover and influencer boxing? Do it in MMA gloves. That literally there's no boxing match that isn't enhanced by doing it in MMA gloves. But dude, it depends on the influencer. I don't care. Like, I love watching people fight, like, this is simple as that. As long as they have like a certain level of skill to where it's not like unwatchable, like sometimes when they do those like influencer ones, and there are guys who did it where you could just tell, like, first of all, maybe kind of athletic, but absolutely zero training before taking it on. They're all, come on, man. It's like this, the guy you're fighting, he doesn't have anywhere. And then so both these sloppy fucks that have no experience at all. They go like they go train for like 6 weeks boxing and then they go in there and I hate that shit, dude. That I don't like at all. And you got like one guy who has like one skill that he can do kind of okay, and the other guy doesn't know how to defend it, and the whole fight just ends up being like one guy like rah, 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 and then they throw something stupid, and you're like, oh my god, dude, I can't. I hate that shit. But the guys who actually like, know how to fight, like, dude, it's fun. Dude, I would watch an exhibition match of Manny and Floyd all day in MMA gloves. Again, oh my God. Can you imagine if they did fucking Manny and Floyd exhibition MMA gloves? Jesus. They would make so much money, dude. I mean, it's just so fucking, it's so obvious. Like, it is so obvious. I mean, Ben Askren has been, I mean, it's not like Ben Askren had like no striking training. I mean, I know it looked like it, but hang on. I got to send somebody the, I got to send someone the link to this thing right now. Oh, what the? Come on, dude. Come on now. Boop. Boop. I'm going to email this to myself because this is just in the balls. Too many devices. Go. All right, there, done. So, yeah, dude. I mean, Manny versus Floyd in MMA gloves. Somebody's going to sleep very early. I don't know, man. The entire reason that those guys, the entire reason their first fight was so boring is because they fucking they never punched each other. That was like a master class in defensive boxing from Floyd. Oh my God. No wonder that lighting looks so fucked up. I was like, my light got knocked over. Bro, it for sure was insane if what you were doing was sitting around, had no idea that fight was even on, had no idea the fight's even on, and then it's like, oh shit, Floyd Mayweather's fighting, and then you're like, okay, this is just gonna be some fake bullshit like WWE shit, and then that fight was on. It was so sick, man. It was so sick. But the thing, yeah, I mean, honestly, the thing about like if Floyd really did that though, is his hands really are the whole reason it was so shocking that he fought like that tonight is because his hands are so brittle, So I don't even know. Like in MMA gloves, he might just like shatter his hands. Guys break their fucking hands all the time fighting in MMA gloves. I mean, dude. So I'm gonna put this up real quick just because tonight you got to see what Floyd looks like when he's trying to knock someone out. And I'm saying like that's that is not how he fights. Like that's just not how he fights. That's why the fight was so good. What else, dude? So I guess his options. I mean, dude, listen. If Conor was not under UFC contract and they could do another Conor and Mayweather fight, And they did that shit in a boxing and MMA gloves. Jesus, I can't. And they did like the tour. They did like the promotional tour again. That legitimately might do. I honestly, I can't even. I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine the numbers. The thing about Floyd though is like he needs an opponent now. Like this, he's fighting tonight. I mean, I'm sure that they paid him a lot, which he probably needs. Like I was saying, all of a sudden he looks like he needs a fight. You know what I mean? But I wonder what that like. I have absolutely no idea what they pay. What Ryzen would pay Floyd Mayweather for. I don't even know how they monetize their stuff. Yeah, I mean they should just 8 mil. Really, that's it. How'd you hear that? Conor has two fights left on his contract. Well, I'll say this, dude. Like Chael said in his video, the video that Chael did the other day, I think yesterday about Conor, where he's like, "What's Conor gonna do?" And he was talking about. He actually was quoting me. He was saying he was saying that, like what I said about Conor being out of the USADA testing pool. So first of all, it turns out he's not technically out of the USADA testing pool. He's in it. He's just the only person who's active who hasn't been tested since July of 21. Now, that particular story is very different than him being out of the USADA testing pool. It's just as important, except I'm not touching that one, dude, because that's a story where there's no way to cover that without, I don't know, like, how do you not accuse the USADA system and the brass in general of just outright corruption around USADA if Conor McGregor is the only person in the testing pool who's not being tested? It's like, you know what I mean? Just randomly it's Conor. It's like, oh, yeah. This USADA testing shit's really important. It's really important. It's really, really important. Yeah. We test guys no matter what, whether they're fighting or they're not fighting, whatever. Conor? Yeah, he's been on a yacht for a year and a half. So we just, but it's Conor. It's Conor. Dude, Conor could fucking piss hot for testosterone, Winstrol, D-ball, cocaine, fucking HGH, Viagra, fucking malt liquor, and Jesus. I don't know. What other banned substances exist on Earth? And USADA would bury the shit out of those results. Now, I actually don't think that he's on PEDs. Like I was kind of joking when I said, I was like, come on, like he's not getting tested. But when Chael said yesterday, he's like, he can tell if someone's on or off. And he's like, he's not on steroids. I actually agree with him. He doesn't have that look. This is where you see it. This is where the guy, the guys who are on can't hide it in their traps for whatever reason. Like that's the big giveaway. Conor really just looks like he's in absolutely ludicrous shape. But I mean, also there's stuff at least I'm saying like on like a testosterone stack, who knows what kind of fucking designer shit that you can get when you're that rich. You know what I mean? Lexi, D-ball is it's a type of steroid that is very powerful, but makes you retain a lot of water. And so you end up actually looking fat. It's like if a really, really skinny guy takes D-ball, it'll be like, damn, you're looking very muscular. But if a guy who's got any like meat on him takes D-ball, they'll get strong as fuck, but they'll look fat. Look at like their face gets full of water. It's like, it's not a good look. It's also really, really fucking bad for your liver. It's actually short for Diana ball. You know what, though? You know what, you guys? I can't believe that I hadn't really thought of this, but I'm going to say it now. As I said, I'm not going to talk about this, you guys. But you guys know, I literally can't help myself because I'm an impulsive moron. But I'm going to say something here, which is this. Do you remember when Adrian Peterson got super injured? And I can't remember the exact, like there was some kind of PED rumor, but he came back from an ACL injury like so fast, it was absolutely insane. So hypothetically, if Conor was on something and the reason why he's not getting tested for by USADA is because the UFC wants him healed as fast as possible, which is totally understandable. That's why. It's something that would, that would make his healing more rapid. I mean, there's all kinds of shit that you could take to make your bones grow faster or grow stronger too. In all honesty, dude, I don't like when it comes to that kind of shit. First, I'm not going to throw a rock at a guy who's putting shit in his body that's going to help a fucking snapped bone heal correctly. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, that's on the banned list. Well, cool. Well, my bone got snapped in half. Like, my priorities, primary priority is generally like, my bone growing back correctly and strong. HGH is definitely banned, but HGH would be a strong bet. If you were going to say like, if you were just going to bet like, well, what banned substance would he take hypothetically if everyone knew, they knew that he wasn't going to get tested. It's like, probably HGH. HGH, it literally is, it makes, when you research what it does. Oh, wait, actually, let me do this. Tanto Brown, thank you very much. What would you feel in your body if Olive stopped Islam after outclassing him, walked in his quarter, and had a stare down with Khabib through the cage? Bro. It depends on Khabib. If like, I'll tell you this right now, I'll know if that happens, I will be able to tell you with fucking bulletproof certainty whether Khabib's going to come back and fight him. If he beat the fucking shit out of Islam, talked shit the whole time, and then strangled him, and then rolled over, and instead of being disrespectful towards Islam, he went straight to the corner to Khabib and was like, I just did that to your fucking boy. What are you going to do? You going to let me be in here holding your fucking belt, fucking your boy in the ass on international television? The fuck you going to do now? Khabib's face, I'll know instantly. Something tells me he'll come back. But again, I'm thinking wishfully, obviously. But yeah, what I was going to say about the HGH is like, when you research it, you're like, all right, so effects of HGH. Like, no joke. It's like, here's a list of every function that your body has. It improves these. It's like there isn't a function that your body has that HGH does not improve. There's side effects. I'm not like recommending that everybody do it. I haven't even done it. I did it. Well, that's not true. I did it very, very short, very, very short period when, but like for a purpose filled, done, like 3 weeks. I'll get on consistent HGH when I'm like, I don't know, rich. What does Rogan take? I mean, Rogan goes to this, he goes to this clinic out here that one of my professors goes to also. Yeah, definitely one of them. And Gordon Ryan goes to him also. And for them, it's not like, they don't just like, it's not like, hey, what do you want? They like, it's where Gordon Ryan and Joe Rogan go, they'll do a full body workup, every single thing. They'll test everything. And then they'll supplement you to absolutely optimal, period. Whether you need vitamins, testosterone, HGH, whatever. Armstrong was on EPO. You want to know who else is on EPO? I think Gordon Ryan, because when you watch that fight, the no time limit fight against what's his name, that was not at ADCC but before, They fought for 45 minutes, dude. Pena looked like he tapped out from exhaustion, which I'm not gonna throw a rock at 45 fucking minutes. I wanted to throw up after 3 5-minute rounds today, and I sat and talked to somebody for the last 90 seconds of one of them. Like he went like just rolling with Gordon Ryan, fighting Gordon Ryan for 45 fucking minutes. But like Gordon Ryan, he didn't even look tired, dude. Like he literally didn't even look tired. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to. As a matter of fact, I was started asking people about that, about EPO, where I'm like, do you even know how to take it? Just because like I've just been thinking about it because of Gordon Ryan, watching him in ADCC, and I just realized I was like, that's like one of those things I literally know nothing about. Like I like literally have no I don't know if it's like I don't even know how you take it. Um should the UFC bring back soccer kicks, stomps, and knees to ground opponents? Yes. I mean, or at the very least, I would say I don't really understand why it would be not legal. You know, like I just I don't really. I, it's like do you understand how much force gets generated if someone throws a roundhouse kick to your head? You take a shin across the forehead or across the temple. It's like there's no like I don't know. Like there's the threat of impact is no worse if you're on the ground. And I just don't like when people use that rule in a way that makes the fight kind of like where they can kind of use the rule kind of almost like cheating, like where they put their hand down and then they're like, "Oh, you can't knee me in the head. Can't knee me in the head." I mean, fuck, I would do the same thing if I was in there, which is why I'm saying like I'm not saying it's just a shit. It's a shit like a shitty rule. Like I like the one rules. Wouldn't it be funny if there was a miracle supplement? Like it did the same thing that EPO do and everybody was taking it, but the only was through suppositories. Oh, bro, I would shove that shit straight up my ass in a heartbeat, dude. If it did what EPO does, fucking all day, dude. Yeah, see, I know all about this. Here's the deal with that. Good for fight day, bad for training. At least for me, there's no like Adderall is like you're like Adderall's good at like okay, now it's time to like use all the things that you know right now. But if it's like, hey, now's time to learn shit, bad. Bad. It's 1:30 where I'm at. I was literally falling asleep 2.5 hours ago. And then I ended up just kind of like laying around and then Floyd was about to fight. And I was like, oh shit. Dude, they like they really dragged that fucking beginning out, man. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Floyd's gonna fight. And then it was like, and then they did like I don't even know. Like I couldn't even wrap my brain around it because I was watching something else on my phone and then just kind of looking back at my iPad. And I'm like, Jesus, they're still just there. They're like just lacing up his fucking gloves. Like they said it's coming on next. There was legitimately an hour between then and when they actually fought. Like no joke. Coming up next, there was an hour before they fought. How long till on JRE? I don't know. Hopefully in 2023. Tell you what, though. Tell you what. Daddy wrote a legit, like an actual, like an act, like an actual stand-up set, like a 5-minute stand-up set. It was like I just been thinking about it forever because I'm like, I'm actually like the way that I can do on camera. I'm actually better in person. Like if I'm on a stage, because then I can actually see people's faces. Like I'm better at this in person. And I'm like, everybody's just like, why don't you do fucking stand up, man? Like you end up doing that everywhere you go anyway. Every fucking place you go, you end up just talking to everybody's just kind of like la la la. And I used to do it in I used to do this shit in college. Like I did fucking stand up in college and then I just never did it ever again. But so I just been thinking about it. I'm like, I don't really know how to structure jokes very well. Like when you when you write them, like I don't know. Like I don't know how to structure jokes. And today we were talking about something at dinner and I landed on this one joke and I fucking was like, oh, wait, okay, I got that. And I literally built this entire 5-minute routine out of it in probably 15 minutes. And it's like, one thing I can tell you with absolute certainty is I know when like something I've written is solid. Like I know how the jokes are going to hit before I tell them. I always did. I would always fucking know. And I would just be like, oh my God, I'm going to kill him with this one. This shit was so fun. If Alexi Peck is on here in the chat, she can testify to this. She definitely saw me do it a couple times. In Tahoe, if I don't recall, to a room of like fucking 300 people. I do have another channel, Jesse on everything. Bro, Unique came clean with that. Fuck, what's that dude's name again? Dude, what the fuck is his name? Oh, God. Quirk? His name Quirk? The first time that he said that, I didn't realize Unique was black. And he kept dropping N-bombs, because he's got this thing over his face like this, so you can't see his face. And he kept dropping N-bombs, and I was like, Jesus, Unique. That's when he I can't remember how that started. Like I made fun of him. I made fun of him, and then he used it as live stream and then talked a bunch of shit. And then someone anonymously emailed me, Unique is talking shit with a link. I would bet my fucking life that was him, dude. Like I would bet my life because he wanted me to watch it and then respond. So then so I was clipping parts of it, and I thought because he's dropping N-bombs, like I was like, Unique, you can't use language like that. And all these people are like, bro, he's black. I didn't know. Unique needs to kick those fucking whatever pills he takes that get him like. You would think, see Alexis Peck. Ask Alexis Peck if she's ever seen me do stand up in Tahoe. Long time ago. A lot of people there though. But dude, yeah, like you would think, you guys ever have like a friend that notoriously gets fucking blacked out drunk? Like fucking every time. It's not like, oh, oopsie, like oopsie, I overdid it this time. It's like they're having their second drink. It's not like a one beer night. Like they're having their second drink and you're like, I have a crystal ball and I can see your future. And it involves you sleeping in an inappropriate place and me having to fucking carry you like a 6-year-old girl out of this place and protecting you from multiple different threats, robbers, people that you talk shit to who would stomp your face out if we didn't go, hey, he doesn't mean anything, dude. Like just people like that, the best remedy for them, although this generally doesn't actually help, but like the best remedy is film them. Film them. You just film them and then you show them the next day, or I'll look at you, dude. And they'll never, like, they won't look at it, man. It's fucking hilarious. Y'all, look, dude. No, no, no. Like, just look at yourself. This is you. You did this. Like, you see? You know how you pictured yourself when you left last night? Like, in your head, you had your, you were all, you were all dialed in, looking cool. If you would have known that you were going to look like this, what would your self-esteem, like self-esteem, scale of 1 to 10, good, bad, this is you. The person asleep in the bar at the restaurant that the people are laughing at, that's you. Like, you would think that, like, that would, if that ever was me, that would break my brain. I would fucking never drink again. Like, I'm certainly cursed in that there are plenty of substances that are very unsafe for me to put in my body, because I'll be like, ooh, oh, I like that. Maybe I'll do that again tomorrow. And then the next day, and then the next day. Maybe the next day after that. Next day after that. Well, what's one more day? Until I'm like, fuck, I need to quit this shit. That's why I just can't do it. But those things don't make me look like a fucking slapdick retard, like people who love, or like that with booze. Like, I honestly have so much like pity for, or empathy or whatever, for people who are wired to love booze and who are shit drunks. It's fucking embarrassing, man. If I ever saw a video of myself like that, I would, Jesus, I don't even know, man. I don't do out of control. But the point I'm making is unique. Like, he's literally live streaming this. Like, you would think he would watch one of them back, because he starts off, he's like, fucking Unique's funny, man. He's like, he's a goof. He looks like Quirk. He looks like Quirk, man. This dude is one ugly motherfucker. Floyd the bull bearing. But he's like alive, And then by the end, you pop on and he's like, and every single time, he's like, that was just you. That was great. Yeah, bro. You're like, bro, I legitimately did not hear. I couldn't decipher a single word that you just said. Like, literally none. I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea what you just said. If we were in a conversation together, I would, like, if we were just like, it was me and you, Unique. I'm like, hey, Unique. He's all, listen. If you were my best friend, my next move would be to slap your face. Like that. If we were best friends, we were in the room together alone, my next move is to slap your face, because I just want to make sure you're awake, bro. I just want to make sure you're awake, because I'm concerned about your tiny brain right now. He's charming when he's not, whatever, though. That's not just booze, though, dude. Booze doesn't put you there. And it happens so fast, it has to be like Xanax. I would bet Xanax with booze. Oh, that's cute. Trayvon is MMA Guru's boyfriend. Man, I don't even know what to say about that. Makes sense, though. I remember when all that, like, when I had a wave of people harassing me on Twitter and shit. Someone hit me up and they were like, dude, some fucking weirdo just hit me up telling me to unsubscribe from your channel. Some guy named fucking Trayvon. I was like, oh yeah, he's just talking nonsense and making no fucking sense. I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. And when you're over here, it's like, as far as I know, this is Trayvon pretending to be some dude telling me Trayvon's unsubscribed. You know what I mean? It's like, lizard. What's funny too is like when fucking Unique gets into that mode, like he people just stay on, man. That's what's funny is like, dude, if they're like they're avid viewers of the channel, you're just like, bro, this ain't coming back, right? Like, this ain't coming back. Like, he's at he's over the hurdle. It's not like he's not going to drink a cup of coffee and all of a sudden be coherent now. Like it's over now, and they just stay there. Like you go on, there's like a fucking there's like 100 people in there, 150 people, and they like just stay in there. It's like, and then he'll like fall asleep and shit. They just stay in there. It's so funny, dude. It's so funny. What do you like? Hey guys, like, what are you hoping is going to happen? Like, what do you? I mean, Unique's awesome, but there's like a lot of other shit on the internet, Trayvon's in his chat kissing ass every live. Oh, Trayvon loves to go in the Indian Jesus's chats and break his balls. What are MMA gurus' politics? Might be a politics thing. He's all, do you agree with me that anyone who owns an AR-15 should probably be raped to death by the government? Yes, I do. I do agree with that. He's all, exactly. Anyone with an AR-15 should be raped to death by the government. Yeah, I mean, of course. I love this guy. He didn't say that. Exactly. Oh, reels. All right, what am I doing here? Oh no, I don't know anything about Guru's politics. I was saying Trayvon. Yeah, Guru was not necessarily on the other side of it. I just know Trayvon. It's like, listen. Do you understand that there's more gun violence in the United States than in the next 12 countries combined? Yeah, that's not accurate, actually. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Can you explain why Texas has the highest murder rate in the country if it's not because of guns? Oh, it doesn't, actually. It actually doesn't. Pretty sure California does. Pretty sure. But I know for sure it's the cities that are much. I mean, listen, I'm just saying. I just think people should get raped to death if they have an AR-15. That's all. It was fixed. There's no. I mean, can someone like if someone seriously believes that was fixed, like I don't even know what to say about that. Like, have you ever fucking said, like, people don't throw punches at each other like that? Like, they took, if that was fixed, then the dude that Floyd was fighting was taking outlandish risks of knocking out Floyd. Like Floyd was slipping punches, like, like boom, boom. He was getting caught, dude. That guy was fucking teeing off on Floyd. This is fucking ridiculous, actually. If I could show, like, if I could pull this fucking fight up, I could show you 2 sequences that would demonstrate for sure it's not a work, dude. Where the guy was throwing absolutely 100% full throttle into Floyd like this, like where, because Floyd got kind of trapped in a bad spot where he couldn't slip, and he actually had to take and just block. And he was, I mean, you guys know, if any of you guys like have ever done any striking, it's like, yeah. This, getting hit in your arms and hands is better than not getting hit. But, when you do this and they hit you right there, like on the. It's not like you don't feel that, dude. Like they punch you, like when you have to just go like this, and this is your protection. Like your head gets fucking rocked, man. And he was throwing. He hit Floyd with 2 or 3 bombs when Floyd had his block up like that. Wait, what? So Dan Hardy and Mark Goddard made a 90-minute video responding to Guru. Really? About what? The latest musical upload was live about him trying to destroy your channel, and Trayvon was in the chat. You know, it's one of those things where, like, if I gave a single solitary fuck, I would probably go watch it, but I don't. You know? But I am interested in why Goddard and Dan Hardy did a 90-minute video responding to. Like, what did he say that those guys wanted to respond to? Does anyone know? Is that true? Is that something that actually happened? I mean, Dan Hardy makes 90-minute videos, that's for sure. I think Dan Hardy does the best fight breakdowns of anybody. And I like Triple C's too. I like Triple C's got that Google Jam board, son. What? No, I don't. So what, like how? Wait, what? Hardy and Goddard were clearing up the Colby handshake saga. Wait, what? What handshake saga? Yeah, I already responded to this, bud. Wait, okay, but Strickland, what I'm saying, like, what? No, he does not. Rigged like how? Like it's a work between Usman and Colby. If that's true that he has that video up saying it's a work between Colby and Usman, and Dan Hardy and fucking Mark Goddard responded to that I take it back. I actually retract what I said about Aljamain Sterling fucking apologizing being the best win. That's the best win, because that is a complete fucking troll job. If those guys actually responded to that, I'll fucking die laughing. Because there's absolutely no fucking way that Guru actually believes that Colby and fucking and Kamaru was a work. There's no way he actually believes that. Which is why, I mean, let me just actually, there's 2 options. 2 options. I'm assuming that he doesn't actually think that, and he's trolling them, and so he did a straight face fucking 20-minute video about that. And then they responded. If that's how it went, that is fucking gold. If he actually believes, oh, wait, hold on. It was Goddard clearly being biased towards. Oh, okay. Thinks it's a work. Oh, okay. You just mean like that he was favoring Kamaru during the fight. I got it. I thought you were saying Colby and Kamaru were like collaborating. I'm like, but dude, I'm telling you, like, this is what I've been saying all the time, where I was always really careful about what I said about people in general, just because, like, even when my channel was much smaller, just because I was like, dude, at some point, one of these guys is going to fucking see this. Now, anything I say, the fucking person that I said it about sees it. Or at the very least, it happens enough that I have to just basically operate that way. Just assume anyone I talk about is going to see it, because more than not, they do. I mean, listen. I mean, I haven't seen the video, but like, I mean, listen. Okay, so I haven't seen that video. Here's what I do know, and I can tell you this absolutely from firsthand experience, that the fighters, the teams, the refs, they live in much more close quarters than you guys realize. Like if you go stay at Fighter Hotel one time. It's literally like summer camp. Like it's like summer camp, except and the dorms are this hotel. Like God, all of them are there. They're fucking all there. They all interact, dude. Like Kamaru and Goddard for sure know each other. They're like, like even if they didn't know each other anywhere else, they know each other. So like, hey, what's up, man? That doesn't prove that the fights are a work. But I mean, listen, like, look, people, I'll tell you, here's exactly what I will say actually about that accusation. I haven't watched the tape. I haven't seen any of it. Here's just in general, though. I don't believe Goddard would take money. I don't think that he would like conspire with Kamaru in advance that he was going to do that. Do I think it's possible that someone would ref in a biased fashion because they really, really dislike one of the fighters? Of course. And I'm just talking like in general. Like I said, I haven't seen this video. I have no insight on that. But like, okay, here's the deal. Here's a perfect example. The Game of Thrones actress, like the one who plays the like the queen, who's the rival of the other one, she did an interview yesterday, and she said that the showrunners on Game of Thrones told her that she's a villain, and that her character, the way she should act, is she should just act as if she's a female Trump supporter. She said that in a fucking national interview, that she like that the villain, that she like, listen, you're the villain, so play it like a female Trump supporter. And she said this in a national interview. And you're like, why the fuck would you say that, dude? Why the fuck would you say that? And the reason why this is notable with Colby, I promise I'm going to connect this. So I posted on Instagram. I was like, oh, apparently like the House of the Dragon people were like, man, we're off to such a good start. Let me see if we can go ahead and chop our viewership by 50%. It's like, dude, 50% of the country voted for this guy. And you're like, and in your guys' mind, you just publicly are like, anyone who supports him is equivalent to like Cersei from fucking Game of Thrones. Like, that's so insane to say out loud. Like, it's so self-defeating. But the reason it's self-defeating is because what you're essentially doing is you're tapping into the deepest resentment that like 50% of the country has, right? Like where it's like, wait, you're calling us villains just because we don't want people doing drag queen story hour? We're villains. Like to you, we're equivalent to Hollywood fucking villains. And the same is true in reverse, dude. Like people who are on the other side, it's like if you're like I don't know, pick fucking whatever. Pick something that they feel really passionate about, and you drill right into it. Well, Colby laid it on pretty thick, dude. Like he laid it on pretty fucking thick. And so I don't know how people feel. I don't know how important politics are to people. But like if Goddard is in it, like or anyone else, like if they're on the other side and this guy's playing this character and he's going hard in the paint on the other side, I mean, that taps into this kind of fucking hatred that is like, it's incredibly, incredibly, incredibly unhealthy. I just try not to do it anymore. Like, I just try not to get like too tied up in that stuff. But I just in the last like 3 weeks really kind of like got enlightened to the fact that they're doing this on purpose. And I was like, okay, I'm not buying into that shit anymore. Like I'm not mad at either side, but I completely understand it. It's like, I mean, there's nothing you could do to like to make like how the reason why the House of the Dragons example is relevant is because just objectively what their goal should be is to have as many people be fans of the show as possible. And so obviously there is no reason to say anything publicly that's going to make 80 million Americans likely to shut your fucking show off and never watch it again. That's just like it's it's just fucking stupid. Like, of course don't. Like just don't talk about it. There's no reason for you to take a stance on this. Like, what benefit is there? Okay, so you said that I mean, you just objectively said that your entire crew thinks that anyone who voted for Trump is the same as a Hollywood villain. You just said that. Like you said that out loud. Okay, so what's the outcome? We're just saying things, just not really thinking about like what the outcome. Okay, so what's the outcome? Like, do you think that you just got more people to think that Trump's a villain, or do you think that had no effect on that whatsoever? And you just made sure that anyone who does like Trump, he sells out every rally, dude. People are very passionate about liking Trump, are just going to be like, oh, fuck this woke cunt. I'm never watching her fucking show ever again. Fuck that showrunner. I'll never watch anything that he ever makes again. Fuck all these people. Of course that's what's going to happen. It's like, you know, and so if you tapped into that kind of feeling with someone and then that person was reffing that girl's fucking fight and she's like, "Oh, Olivia, here comes Olivia Cook." It's like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, who are you fighting against?" They're all, "Hey, this fucking savage Trump supporter." And you're like, "Oh, all right." And you go up, you're all, bam, you're all, "Get this stupid liberal bitch. Go put her fucking face through the canvas. Make sure she's got a few less teeth. Don't worry. I'm not going to call shit on you. Go get her." Get that bitch. You know what? Cut her fucking tongue out so she doesn't talk that kind of shit anymore. Do it. That's the only way that I could see that making any sense. And I'm not like, again, I'm not saying that like Mark Goddard actually did that. I'm just saying it wouldn't make a lick of sense any other reason. Wait, what the fuck was that? Motion in my garage. Oh my God. It's a fucking bug. Thought I was going to have to go smoke somebody while we were live, you guys. I mean, so Guru likes Colby, or he just doesn't like Kamaru. Oh my God, it's 2:00. I gotta go to sleep. All right, I'm going to sleep. Love you guys. Peace.